How you doing, everybody? We got a loaded episode for you today about the NBA All-Star Weekend, so let's not waste any time on it. Let's talk about the NBA for this weekend and All-Star weekends in the past. Also, congratulations to LeBron James, who has passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most total points in the NBA of all time.
And I'm going to start with the All-Star game. In the East, if you think there was a snub, let us know who it was and who you would replace in order to make that an all-star, make that guy an all-star.
Well, in the East, it's easy for me. You already know where I'm going with this. I would have put Harden in. I mean, he's number one, number two in assists. You gonna hate me for this, but Giroux don't get me there. He was 16, 7, and something. His numbers is way less than Harden.
Who?
Giroux, Holiday.
Okay. I didn't hear it first. That's why I didn't know.
Yeah.
Drew plays on two sides of the floor. There's your difference.
What is there anything you would do on the West?
That boy from Minnesota, he deserves it this year.
Edwards.
Yeah, he really does. And that was a harder one.
The Western reserves is Paul George, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jaren Jackson, Lillard, Lauri Markkanen, Ja Morant, and Domantas Sabonis. That it's hard to take anybody away from that, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So would you get rid of somebody to put in?
Marketing.
How can Paul George get in and he's played like a third of the games he's supposed to? This is bullshit. I don't like it. Paul George should be taken out.
Real quick, I have to point out that it's a common misassumption that Paul George has missed a bunch of games this season, when out of a total of possible 60 games, he's played in 43, which is just one less game than LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Joel Embiid, who have played in 44, and they're all All-Stars as well. Keep in mind, I'm not saying this to debate against Justin's opinion, as he still thinks De'Aaron Fox should replace Paul George. I'm just letting that facts be known.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how I feel. Like, there's a ton of names in the West, so you can't really go wrong, but I think they went wrong with going with Paul George.
No,
You gonna sit out the All-Star game, too? You can't even pick him because he might sit that shit out, too. You never know.
So who would you put if you had to make any moves, Justin? Who you getting rid of to put? You're getting rid of Paul George?
First thing that comes to mind is Jamal Murray, but I'm not sure he's there yet. I mean, De'Aaron Fox, look what he's doing with that team.
You hit it. That was mine.
That's the
You
bonus
pretty much
team.
throw a rock at any of these teams besides San Antonio, and you can find somebody that's quality, or qualified.
That's the bonus team, y'all.
True.
I mean, I'm glad the bonus is on there.
You can't put
It ain't
two
like
of them on there,
De'Aaron
right?
Fox is playing like a scrub.
You
Or
kind of
playing like D'Angelo Russell. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah, you kind of can put two Kings on there because they are the 3 seed right now. So it's not like they're at the bottom of the West. That's why Anthony Davis isn't an All-Star, and he missed a lot of games. So
I would put Edwards before him, honestly. That's what
I like Edwards, but you said it, so I wasn't gonna bring him up.
I would put De'Aaron Fox, but I wouldn't be mad if CJ plays Zion as well, because Zion has missed too many games, and CJ's been there every night. He's been holding it down. They're still good because of CJ right now. Ingram ain't been playing either. Zion's a starter.
Yeah, Zion the same.
And boy, now that Ingram is back, the Pelicans are looking a lot better, and Ingram himself has scored 30 plus in 3 of his last 4 games.
Because y'all remember the one year where Kobe was voted in as a starter or something like that. He made the team, and he's like, he had to actually tell the fans, like, yo, don't vote for me. Vote for Lillard. He deserves it. I feel like one of these guys needs to be like Zion needs to be like, Now he's young, so he's not, and he never talks anyway. But it feels like that kind of situation. In the East, Pascal Siakam. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to say Drew Holiday. As much as I love Drew Holiday over Siakam, I know they're not great in the stand. And if you're not cool with Siakam, then I'll go Darius Garland, because Garland is, like, oh man,
he runs that team.
He doesn't turn the ball over. He's not a rebounder. He's an undersized guard, but he does everything else. He's
very efficient.
Every
good word for him.
He runs the team and he runs it well. Donovan Mitchell coming to the team changed nothing in terms of his production, and that's a sign of a great player, if you ask me.
Hey, I like that.
Well, I got nothing for the East now.
Well, you can say the same thing. Just, anything else you want to add to it?
Nah, I mean, you pretty much hit everything that I was gonna hit, motherfucker. Pissed me off. Like, I was like, oh, yep, that's off the list. That's off the list. Now I got nothing. So now I'm just gonna stay here and smile and call you an asshole.
We just picking players that deserve it. Look at Anthony Simon. Like, he been balling.
Oh, that's my boy. But they're at the bottom. Nah, he don't. Fox is averaging like 23, 24 a game. But Simons is one of the best three-point shooters he should absolutely be in the three-point contest. I'd love to see him Lillard paired up against Curry and Clay would just be awesome.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Now, Simons did sustain an ankle injury the other night, so if he does not play, then Terrell chooses Buddy Hield, and I choose Tyler Hero. And now let's predict this year's Slam Dunk Contest.
My favorite thing ever was that Slam Dunk Contest, bro, but that shit ain't the same no more.
Yeah.
I don't care who you put in there. I mean, it's more or less that peak athleticism for dunks was past like 10, 12 years ago. And it's like you can't do anything else. You know what I mean? There's nothing else that can be done that's really going to get you to be like, oh shit, that's the first time I've seen that. Plus all the YouTube videos and all that stuff too. It's really taking away from
all the amateurs too.
I think you hit the nail on the head. So while we're on the dunk contest real quick, what's either your favorite dunk from the dunk contest or like your most memorable one?
Well, that way I can make it a two-part answer. Definitely the most memorable dunk contest ever was the Vince Carter shit. And like the other guys had good dunks in the contest too, but I don't even remember who the fuck else was in it. And it's like you don't have that effect anymore. Ooh, my favorite. There's so many. D Brown, Statue of Liberty. When I was younger, we bring the rim down. That was my favorite one to do. But it's got to be Jordan from the free throw line, man. The logo.
There's so many. The old school ones with Dwight and all them big old boys trying to dunk and act through. I don't know my favorite, but I just got a whole bunch that I like. Like I said, the Dwight with the thing over his eyes and all this other stuff. But if I had to go back, because he took mine, I would go back to like the Dominique and a versus Jordan type dunk contest, because it was memorable because of just their names and where basketball was back then.
Although for me personally, even though obviously it's iconic Jordan and Dominique, but Aaron Gordon and Levine was
Yeah.
It was.
my personal favorite dunk was that Aaron Gordon won. I thought he won personally. I
thought he won both years.
one. Now my most memorable one is the Jason Richardson, where he just kind of just dominated that contest. So for me, that's my most memorable one.
I love it.
Hey, thanks for checking us out. Subscribe for a whole lot more sports and a whole lot more video games.